Welcome to EduRev. Today, we're going to dive deep and tackle one of the trickiest parts of the UCAT exam, the Situational Judgement Test, or SJT. I promise, by the end of this quick explainer, you're going to have a super powerful strategy to walk into any SJT question feeling totally confident. So let's get right into it.
So, what's our game plan? First, we'll break down the 4 answer choices, what they really mean. Then, I'm going to give you 2 awesome techniques you can use right away. After that, we'll combine them into what I call an elite strategy. And finally, we'll do a quick recap and talk about your next steps for success.
All right, before we get into any cool techniques, we absolutely have to build a strong foundation. And for the SJT, that foundation is all about understanding the 4 answer choices inside and out. Trust me, once you master these, the whole section just clicks.
Here's the first big idea I really want you to grab onto. Don't think of the SJT of having 4 totally separate options. Instead, I want you to think of it as 2 teams. The good responses, that's A and B, and the bad responses, that's C and D. Just this one mental shift is going to make every single question so much easier to break down.
So, what makes an answer a very appropriate A? Well, think of it as the gold standard, the absolute perfect response. It's the action that solves the problem in the most direct, ethical, and safe way you can imagine. It's the home run answer.
Now, what about option B? A B answer is still a good thing to do, for sure. It's safe, it's acceptable, it won't get you into any trouble, but, and this is the key, it's not perfect. Maybe it's a little passive or it only kind of solves the problem. It's appropriate, just not ideal.
Okay, now we're crossing the line into the bad options. A C answer is definitely not what you should do. It's unprofessional, maybe a bit unhelpful, but, and this is crucial, it doesn't cause any real harm. It's a poor choice, yeah, but it's not a complete disaster.
And that brings us to D. You can think of it as D for dangerous. A very inappropriate answer is any action that's harmful, unethical, or just shatters the trust between people. These are the absolute do not do this options. They have to be avoided at all costs.
So let's just pull that all together really quick. Keep this table in your head. A is ideal, B is okay, but it has a flaw, C is unprofessional, but importantly, harmless, and D is just plain harmless. This right here is the foundation for everything we're going to do next.
Okay, now that we've got the building blocks down, let's actually build something with them. It's time to arm you with 2 really practical techniques that are going to make you faster and way more accurate.
It's a fair question, isn't it? You read a scenario and a response, and then you've got A, B, C, and D just staring back at you. It can feel a little overwhelming. So, how do we make it simpler?
The answer is our first technique, the 2 sides method. Before you even think about picking a letter, just make one simple decision. Is this action generally a good idea or a bad one? That's it. By just putting it in the good bucket or the bad bucket, you've immediately eliminated half the choices. It's a total game changer. Our second technique is what I like to call the A-first method. This one is like a laser beam. Just read the response and ask yourself one simple question. Is this the absolute best, most perfect thing someone could do right now? If your gut screams yes, you found your A. If there's even a tiny bit of doubt, you know it's not A and you can cross it off your list.
So, we have 2 really powerful techniques. But you know what? The real magic happens when we put them together. This isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about layering them into one single, super efficient strategy that works every single time.
Here's exactly how it works. Step 1, you go broad. Is the action good or bad? Let's say you decide it's good. Okay, now for step 2, you go deep. Use the A-first method. Is it perfect? If yes, it's A. If it's not quite perfect, it has to be B. See how that works? And the same logic goes if it's bad. Just ask yourself, does it cause harm? If yes, it's D. If no, it's got to be C. This is your mental flowchart for every single SJT question.
The whole goal here is to make this strategy feel like second nature, something you can just do without thinking, especially under pressure. We've gone over a lot, so let's lock it all in with a quick recap.
So, here are the absolute essentials. First, you've got to know the difference between ideal, okay, poor, and harmful. Second, always start by splitting the options into good versus bad. Third, use that A-first check to hunt for the perfect answer. And finally, put it all together into your own elite strategy for maximum speed and accuracy.
Look, theory is great, but you know what really makes you a master?
practice. The only way to make this strategy feel like an instinct is to actually apply it. And that's where you can take your next big step with us.
You can find thousands of UCAT practice questions with tons of SJT scenarios right inside the EduRev app. Just head over to the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store, type in EduRev, and download it to start practicing today.
Because you have to remember, the UCAT isn't just a test. It's really training you for a specific mindset. The key isn't just about bubbling in the right letter, it's about understanding the professional reasoning behind why it's the right letter. So, ask yourself, are you ready to start thinking like a clinician? Thanks for joining me.